As a filmmaker, you'll deal with quite a few different camera angles to tell your story. There are no cameras in Flash per se. So when I'm talking about camera work, I'm talking about you as a creative person drawing your scenes or shots from different perspectives, giving the illusion of camera work. Now let's go ahead and get started by talking about the establishing shot. An establishing shot sets where the film is being set. So you could be in an Antarctic region, a mountainscape such as this, or a cityscape. So when you watch TV and it's a detective drama and you see like the city before anything even happens, maybe the credits are still rolling and you see the city, you already know what town the story is going to take place in. That's an example of an establishing shot. It puts your feet firmly in the world so you know where you are. Now when I scrub the playhead here, you'll see that we are in a mountain environment. And it's windy outside, it's snowing outside, and we have trees blowing. So you can tell by the pine trees blowing that it's pretty harsh outside. So that's our establishing shot. The next shot we're going to deal with is a medium shot. And this shows people or things from a head to chest region. So this gives us an idea of more than one character. It's also useful for one particular character. Another example of a medium shot could be when a character is in the screen by himself. And this is another medium shot. Our next shot is going to be a wide shot. And a wide shot is kind of like an establishing shot, except for it gives us a wide view of more than one object or person. So we have this family walking in this harsh environment. Next we have our close-up. A close-up can be of a person's face or a body part or of an item so that we can focus our eyes directly on this particular part of the scene. Now, if you really want to focus and pull someone in, you want to go to what's called an extreme close-up. In this particular case, this character is transforming into something. So I want to focus on this and bring the viewer all the way into transformation using an extreme close-up. Another example of an extreme close-up is from any of the old shows back in the day, like the $6 Million Man or the Bionic Woman. To show the effects of the bionics, the camera would go very, very tight to Steve Austin or Jamie Summers' face. In the case of Steve Austin, we'd go right into his eye so you can hear the bionics working like that boop, 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 boop sound as he's looking at something. In Jamie Summers' case, the camera would go right basically into her ear, and you would see her ear wiggle a little bit as she's picking up the vibrations of something coming. So that's an example of an extreme close-up to really focus on something. Now we also have our bird's eye view. A bird's eye view is when the camera is above the scene. You can achieve this by using what's known as a crane in reality, where the camera is actually set up on a crane and looking downwards. The opposite of this is the worm eye or ant's eye view, where you're on the ground and you're looking up, for example, at a building. Let's talk about now what's known as a reveal. A reveal is when you see a part of something and then slowly but surely the camera shows you what you're looking at. This kind of shot is very good for revealing a creature, an alien, something that's going to attack, because the camera is on a part of the object. We get a little tiny hint of what it is, and then as it pulls up and it reveals what it is, the audience is like, oh boy, it's time to run. So that's a reveal. Another thing you could use, and this is not a camera move per se, but it is something you might want to employ, is a transition. So you saw it out with a fade, and then it slowly fades into your scene. And that's an example of a fade transition. And there are all kinds of transitions that you can fake in Flash. So these are just a few of the many camera angles out there. I would definitely recommend you go online, look up some of the camera terms out there, and just try to employ them in your Flash projects.